back everyone to Aussie Scrapper, and I am going to be doing a process video on this lovely photo of my son, and he's giving his baby sister some raspberry kisses on her belly, which is causing her to go into peals of laughter. Such a lovely sound. I always love the sound of children giggling. There's something so special about it. So as per usual, I have no idea what I'm going to be doing. So you will see me just going through my stacks of paper that I'm trying to get through. And then I think, oh, I want to play with my distress oxides. So I'm just checking to see what colours I have and what I can do with them. I settled on this lovely polka dot paper that I had from SEI, and it's called Such a Boy. And I absolutely love this paper. It's been in my stash for a while, so I don't know if you can still get it anymore. But just for this layer, it just had that mixture of colours as well as being bright and airy and sort of fun. Anyway, that's how I felt at the time. So I went through my large collection of stamps and tried to see how I was going to incorporate my stamps on this layout. So I did go onto my silhouette and I cut out 2 circles, as you can see. So I'm just working on the first circle, and I'm going to go with this lovely pink colour, and it's a distress oxide. The colour's Worn Lipstick, and then you saw me just spray it with some water. Mental blank there. Water, everybody. That thing that falls from the sky, but it doesn't seem to fall onto our little sheep farm here. Anyway, I then used one of the little stamps, and I think they were stars that I used. I can't really remember. They look like paw prints, but they're actually a little bunch of stars. And then I went and I added some purple distress oxide, and that one is called Wilted Violets. And when I was doing this, there you are, they are stars. When I was stamping the stars, that blue colour from the distress oxides is Broken China, that's what it's called. So now I'm just using the vintage photo, and I just randomly did some stamping and I put that aside to dry. Then I think, oh, I'm going to matte this. Now I want to add some brown into it, incorporate some brown, only due to the fact that there is so much brown in the background. What is the brown? I'm looking at the photo. Yes, because of the floorboards. So I thought if I added some brown as a border, that would tie everything in a bit neater. So then once this dried, I just thought, oh, it's a bit too bright. So I got some gesso and I'm just toning it down. And I quite like how that looks. And then I work on the other one. And so this time I'm using the distress oxide in Broken China, but I'm just doing a bit of a different technique, and then just what was I doing? I was just smooshing it down. Anyway, I don't know what they call that technique. I'm going to call it smooshing. And then toning it down with some gesso. For some reason, I don't know why, but I really like that effect when you tone it down. So I'm basically doing the reverse of what I did with the pink tag. I'm stamping it now, well, the stars, I'm actually just stamping it with the Worn Lipstick distress oxide and going around it in purple. And yeah, basically exactly the same thing, but in the reverse. So, and the only reason why I'm doing it, I was working off her jumper, and the jumper that she's wearing is sort of purple with all these tones of pinks and white circles on them, really. They're not really polka dots, so they're circles. So I quite like how that all comes together. Then I want to matte it, and I do end up using that lovely, I'm not sure what that paper is, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And I don't think I've got any more of it. I've used it so much. And the shop I bought it from has closed down, and I haven't seen it anywhere else. But if I ever find it, I'm going to buy stacks of it. I went back to my silhouette and I made this die cut, but I don't end up using that colour purple. For some reason, it didn't work for me. I tried to make it work, but it just didn't. And then I thought, no, I've got to add more brown into it. So there you go. I go back to the silhouette and I die cut exactly the same one, the same border that I had before. And then I think, oh, I've got to add some stitching, which of course, you know, you do. So the hand stitching does take a while, so I don't think I do any of it on camera. I don't think I do. I think I just polka dot it on camera, and then as I'm watching TV, I love to do my hand stitching. I find it relaxing, and as I don't watch a lot of TV, it's just an excuse to sit and watch TV, really, because most of the time I don't get to do it. So anyway, all the stitching's been done, as you can see there, and I'm using these Cocoa Vanilla letter stickers that I had in my stash from the Love Always collection, and I've got no more paper left from this collection. Pretty sad, but I'm trying to use up all the ephemera and every other bits and pieces. So I'm playing now with my, what are they? They're Colour Blast shimmer cubes, that's what they are. And I didn't really, the letters from the Cocoa Vanilla, they were really pale pink and it really didn't pop. So I just thought, no, I like the letters, so I'm just going to make them work for me. And I painted it with that blue colour, and it's called Sing in the Blues. That's what it's called, Sing in the Blues from Colour Blast, and it's a shimmer cube, very similar to what Missy Whitten uses from the I think she calls it the shimmer range, but this is an Australian version, so of course I'm going to love using it. And then I stamped this word kisses from one of my old stamps that I actually bought from Kmart. I mean, I'm talking about over a decade ago. And this one, this circle here that I'm stamping now is also from the same set of stamps, and it says, I love your sweet little kisses. I love your sweet little kisses all around. And I just thought, yes, I've got to use it on this layout. So as you can see, I'm just using my Misty to position it, and that way I can stamp it out as much as I like. Sorry, I was just showing you there the stamps I was using. So there they all are, and I actually cut out each individual letter of that, and they're the Cocoa Vanilla letters that I coloured in blue, or painted in blue I should say. And I'm just going to do exactly the same technique with this little circle. I'm making it pink, and that is the Worn Lipstick colour. So, yes, I'm on a roll with this very old stamp set, but I just love all the sentiments on it. And that says, from you mean the world to me. Oh, okay, because it's the whole thing. It says, kisses from you mean the world to me. So, yeah, you have this kisses, and then from you mean the world to me. And I don't know, there was just something about it that I loved. So I just backed it on a little bit of brown tag. Don't even know where that came from, but it was there and it got put on this layout. Then I went back to my silhouette, and for some reason, I just did all these little circles, and I was just trying to mimic her jumper. So then I put a little purple, I stamped little purple love hearts on each single one of them, and then just inked around it with some purple ink and glued them all down. So I love those flowers, but they were the wrong colour. So what do you do when you love something but it's the wrong colour? You just make it work. And what I did was on the flower I just put some gesso and then used some ink to change it to a blue colour. Oh, this is where I decided I didn't like the pink. Oh my gosh, I've changed my mind so many times on this layout. But I didn't like the pink kisses, so I went and I did it all over again in purple. And I was much happier. And because the pink is down the bottom, it gives it like a shadow beneath it. It actually turned out quite effective. So sometimes your stuff-ups can work quite well. So that's just me using the dabber to change the colour of this flower to blue. And I was using the broken china just to tie everything in. And I'm adding some journaling and just talking about, basically I was just talking about how she loved her brother giving her raspberry kisses and how it caused her to go into peals of laughter. So as I'm trying to use up the rest of my stuff from the Cocoa Vanilla range, I've just put some little words at the top. One says so happy and then love this. So thank you everyone for watching, and till next time, I hope you all stay well. Bye.